All right, we are back. Welcome back to Clubhouse Conversations. My name is Brian Penny. If you don't know me, I am the owner and editor of Clubhouse Conversations on Substack, on Reddit, all over the internet. And what I've been doing this week, the Clubhouse has released its list of the Creator First pilot creators that they're going to support for the next 3 months. And I went through and individually reviewed each one of them. While in the moment while they were performing on the blog, and got all of the consent from all the creators, all of Clubhouse and Alpha Exploration, and now I'm going back through over my blogs to do video commentary. And we're going over the pilots that were not selected, but I feel probably should have, over some of the stuff that did get selected. And so we're going one by one through everything to do the reviews. And today we're going over Pretty Bad, Pretty Cool, which is the pilot from the Creator First finalist Kacie Willis. So Kacie brought with her Michael Haverty and D Jones, and there was a couple other people that were on there. Elizabeth Jarrett was another one. So she had a stage full of people. What they were discussing was the Lawnmower Man. The entire premise of Kacie's pilot, it was about how, even though The Lawnmower Man is a very bad film, there's a lot of good things that you can learn about it or learn from it. And this one was specifically about basically autism and the way that people with any kind of mental illness are treated. They go over a lot of different ways in which the VR is portrayed. And I mean, this is an old movie from 1992, so VR in there is pretty bad. Pierce Brosnan ends up taking over the world. There's a lot of different. He's like an evil scientist who's trying to take over the world, and he makes the lawnmower guy, the gardener, who's mentally slow. They put him into a virtual world where he basically controls everything, and from there, as he starts to take control of everything, he gains full control of everything, and he starts to go for world domination, as most things do in most horror movies. And I mean, overall, it's such a bad movie that Stephen King, it was initially based off of a Stephen King story, and he just disowned it because it was such a terrible thing that, he didn't even want it to be associated with the movie anymore. They break down, it goes in kind of the Ed Wood, Paris Hilton territory, into which it's a terrible movie, but like, some of those movies do have artistic value. That's kind of the point of what she was going for in her pilot. And I mean, honestly, I think that this is a good conversation that people can actually have on Clubhouse. This is the kind of thing where, I mean, Kacie is actually she's a student, I believe, still, or a grad student at bare minimum, but she's a sound designer, a producer. She does a lot of different things in the entertainment industry. She's deeply, you can tell she's a fan of the movies, and not just on the level of she likes to watch them, but she actually can dissect them and critique them and figure out, kind of life lessons that are coming out of them. And she brought together a group of people that were willing to do that too. This was one of the better pilots, just on a level of like being able to take somebody who doesn't know anything, who's just scrolling through their hallway, sees something, clicks in there. Pop culture is one of those things that it's a really easy sell. It's really easy to get people to recognize those kind of things. We're going to go over the Disney one too, but a lot of the brands and the fandoms and things like that in the entertainment world, they get a lot of people. It would be a really dumb idea to ignore that kind of content on your platform, and that's what happened at Clubhouse with this Creator First pilot season. They completely ignored anybody that was. They had several people that were doing related things to cultural related things, but they just ignored all of them. They just pushed them all off to kind of favor some productions that can't afford to run more than once a month, or maybe even once in that 90-day period. Just some bad ideas for a game show, all sorts of things that got picked over this. Amateurs that didn't belong talking about things that were way above their own heads, that trying to be subject matter experts in things that they were not. There were so many things that got selected that should not have, and this is one of the ones that, I mean, talking about movies, that's what everyone's doing anyways, and getting people who actually have a passion for that and fueling that is something that could have been done and should have been done, but well, that's not what happened. And so this was, I rated her actually a B+, I think. I didn't give her an A with, I don't remember what I took a point off for, but Yeah, overall, this was a good show. It should have been selected. A lot of the things should have been selected, but they were not. So we're going to see how the creator first stuff goes. I've got a bet with one of the creators to find out how it goes at the end of this 100 days. So we're going to see who wins. Other than that, we're going to go over, spend the rest of this night going over about 10 more of these things. And so we will see you in the next one. This has been Brian Penny. Make sure you subscribe to Clubhouse Conversations down below and the newsletter, Reddit, and this channel. Subscribe to everything. Subscribe to all Brian all day. As every minute you're spending watching this on YouTube, you are not on Clubhouse. So